3, 2, 1.
Rise from your grave.
Hi and welcome to the Electronic Eggs podcast, and this time we are talking Mega Drive 2, not the Sega Mega Drive 2, but Mega Drive Part 2 from our first part that we did. Was it last month? It was March, wasn't it? Yeah, March, maybe.
Probably.
Feb? Sometime this year
like
we spoke about the Mega Drive. Joining me again is the returning Mega Drive heroes. We have Jake.
Hello.
Chris.
Hello, everyone.
And Thomas.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. So Mega Drive again, but I'm thinking we should probably start talking more about, the Mega CD 32X this time, as we did cover a lot of Mega Drive last time. How does that sound for you guys? You good with that?
It's good. It'll take us about 20 minutes, but yes, let's go.
Awesome. So, which one of you guys got the Mega CD first? Because I got mine probably 94. So I'm a bit late.
I think mine was around 2002.
Okay, so earlier than Chris.
Yeah, mine would probably possibly even be later than Chris's 2002
Wow.
shout there.
Okay.
A friend of mine had one, so we just played his. And as we're going to dive into and discuss, there wasn't really much need for me to buy one.
And Thomas,
Yeah,
were you?
I think I got mine also. I got mine somehow in 1994. However, it does not really count. I took it off a friend's hand because, it's a long story. I think we'll get into that when we talk about our experience with the Mega CD.
Okay, cool. Well, let's start with you then, Thomas, and then I can go next after you because
Right.
we might as well. So let's start with you with your history of the Sega Mega CD.
Okay, so my Mega CD story, of course, starts with the magazines back in the day because it was pretty much hyped in the various German magazines because, come on, right? A Mega Drive and CD, that has to be awesome. No way around it. And it was pretty cool, but it was incredibly expensive back in the day. I think you paid about twice as much as for a regular Mega Drive. And back in the day, I was something like 12, 13 years old. So this thing was completely unaffordable. No way I could ever get my hand on this. But I think we all have this friend in our friend group whose parents buy him everything, right? You know, one of these guys.
Yeah.
And of course, that guy got a Mega CD pretty early. However, the catch here is he got a Mega CD that his parents brought him from Hong Kong. So that was
Okay.
A 50 hertz system that played Japanese games, and it soon turned out not the best choice because he had no way of playing any of the localized games, and even stuff like the CDX adapter, which I think we know all, right? You plug it in and to Mega Drive, and then all the imports run. It's amazing. It wasn't compatible with this one.
Oh no.
So we played, I think, one game on the system, and it was Sonic CD over and over because we got a Japanese version of that, and you can play it without any language problems. And it was nice and cool. Music was amazing, of course. And I think about maybe half a year later, he somehow got his parents to buy him a European Sega, a Mega CD. So, of course, he wanted to get rid of the Hong Kong one. And I said, you know what? I'll take it off your hands for very little money. And since he owed me due to various reasons, I got that system, and then I basically played more Sonic CD on that. That is how I got my first Mega CD. A bit later on, I also took the other one off his hands because he was getting rid of all that because he needed money for, I have no idea what, booze, cigarettes, whatever. And then I had the whole thing. He had an amazing collection of games. I took all of him for no money, basically. Those were good times. And of course,
Great
I
work.
think, as we also learned by now, Mega CDs are pretty brittle in some ways. And of course, both of them stopped working after a couple of years. And only, I think, maybe something like a year ago or so, I got one of them fixed up to work again properly. And
Yeah,
well, now
they are quite prone to failure. Those things.
Oh yeah, I think it's
that's what
also one of
happened
those
to my one.
capacitor things. I
Yes.
think I paid about $100 to get it all fixed, but I don't regret it.
No, so I got my Mega CD in '94 after about a year of begging my dad to get one, because I was like, he liked new technology, so I was like, come on, Dad, we got to get this Mega CD so we can play, even better games. And I managed to sell it on him there was a golf game and pinball, so he got those. With it, we got the arcade collection, was it? The Sega arcade collection, which had
the
like
one with
columns.
like Golden Axe and stuff.
Yeah, Columns, Golden Axe, Revenge of Shinobi, and Streets of
Yep.
Rage.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were the four, weren't they? Yeah. So we had that, and then I bought Sonic CD and Road Avenger, and I played so much of both of those games. Yeah, it was just unhealthy how much I played with it.
That's fascinating to me again, if I can just jump in quickly, because I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
That collection was a pack-in in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, it wasn't in Germany. In Germany, we had Road Avenger as pack-in.
Oh, right. I would have preferred that as a pack-in rather than spending money on it. Because
that
I barely
could be
played that arcade collection.
I could be wrong here, but I seem to remember it was Road Avenger, or was it Cobra Command?
Yeah, the dual
on a
pack
double
with Soul
disc.
Feast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that a pack-in when it first came out, and then they switched to the arcade
that was
collection?
the launch. That was the launch pack-in.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get it at launch. Like I say, we got ours probably June 1994. So because it was around my birthday time.
That reminds me, by the way, I think we all get a Mega CD 2, or did one of you guys get the first model?
Spoiler from my story.
Oh, that's okay.
Foreshadowing.
All right.
Yeah, I got the first one to go underneath my Mega Drive one. So that to me looked fantastic, like having them stacked like that.
That's beautiful, yeah.
Because I remember seeing it in CVG for the first time in about '92, I want to say, like the images of the Mega CD with the Mega Drive on top, and I just thought that looks absolutely incredible. I have to have that. And this is the same time that renders of the Super Nintendo, PlayStation CD were going around as well. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Those ones
like
going around,
pencil drawn ones and stuff.
Yeah. And you're like, oh my god, these CD add-ons look fantastic, don't they?
Yeah, it's going to be like playing video. Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't wait to play like Mario, where he looks like Ron Jeremy. This is going to be awesome. So that was it for me. I played so much Road Avenger and Sonic CD. Sonic CD is still. I don't know. I go back and forward between Sonic CD and Sonic Mania as my favorite Sonic game, and I like to look at Sonic Mania as like the secret sequel to Sonic CD.
Absolutely, those in the know, it definitely is.
Yeah, and that's just such a great game as well, Sonic Mania. But yeah, Sonic CD though, that was just mind blowing, just because of the music as well, and just how quickly Sonic was moving on screen in that game. I was in love.
It just felt so decadent, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And I was like, oh my god, this feels like a real premium product,
I mean, just
oh my god,
four skins for each stage. That alone is breathtaking.
Yeah, I know, and yeah, that was the thing. I had no idea going into it that's what Sonic CD was about. Was going because I just tried not to read.
I played it quite a
because...
bit, still not really understanding what that was about.
Oh right,
at the time.
But it was the way they changed up the boss battles in that game as well. So it wasn't just jump on Eggman's head 3 times. There was like different boss battle. Like the way you took on the boss battle was absolutely brilliant each time. Oh, incredible!
Yeah, I mean, you could really see it's just a different tree of the Sonic evolution.
Yeah, and you can see that it was the original Sonic team working on that, and a different team working on Sonic 2 when you put them together.
It's relevant, if not a digression, but I just finished that Sonic Origins Plus story or mission mode. It's campaign, whatever, where you play Sonic 1, Sonic CD, then 2, 3, and Knuckles.
Yeah.
In a straight line as one experience, and you'll get like
That's
a
a lot of
cutscene in
Sonic.
between each game. Yeah, it was incredible though, because although I had finished, I think all of them apart from CD before. Obviously, the first two about 1 million times, and then I think once for Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. But yeah, it was the first time I finished CD and actually understood more of what was going on. Yeah, it's I really recommend doing it that way. And then obviously they have the games you can play them all standalone on there as well. But I did come away from finishing that thinking I need to go back to Sonic Mania because I don't think I ever finished that either. But it's very much the same. They nailed it compared to how much Sonic Team and various haven't nailed it since.
Well, I would even argue, like Sonic Mania, like I say, it feels exactly like Sonic CD, whereas I don't think Sonic 3 and Knuckles feel anything like the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that CD feels a bit looser than the other ones. Not in a bad way, just different.
Oh, yeah, it does. It feels like the from Sonic 3 and Knuckles especially, he's very stilted in his movements, right? And there's
I would
a lot.
I would say he feels heavy.
Yes, that's
He
what.
feels heavier.
Yeah. Whereas in CD and Mania, he feels so much quicker and lighter when you're running. And because you can get the momentum really going with just running with him in those two games, rather than having to use the boost like you have to in Sonic 3 and Knuckles to get him to go faster. But yeah, anyway, that's enough about Sonic CD for now. Chris, you were next in the timeline.
Yes. So yeah, I didn't get one when I first time around when they were contemporary. I went straight from the Mega Drive to the Saturn. I knew a couple of people with them, and then it's funny you should mention that Arcade Classics collection because that's what everyone had. I think that Echo the Dolphin, which I do have strong nostalgia for, but I'll come back to that when we talk about the games. But when it was those were the main games people had, and I think I might have played Soul Feast on some ones at the time, but they weren't very good ways to sell you the game. It's like I've got these games at home already on cartridge, and they weren't obviously mind blowing. The jump, so I don't think I really wanted one then. And then yeah, so fast forward somewhere around 2002, 2003, when I was collecting and buying up all the retro hardware that was around. I had a Mega Drive one then, and I bought a Mega CD from a retro game shop in Brighton. Loved it. It was the one you wanted, obviously, because it looks incredible. Unfortunately, the shop was good with their warranty because it lasted about 2 months. And then, as the reliability everyone was talking about, it completely failed. I took it back to them, but they didn't have anything else to replace it with, so I just had credit and got some random stuff, probably something for the Jag. And then I think about a year later, I picked up a Mega Drive 2 with a CD2. Although I could have put a CD2 on the Mega Drive 1, I think that's an abomination. You have to have the one that goes with the right Mega Drive. At least it looks right, even if as we talked about in the last show, the audio is not as good on the Mega Drive 2, but it needs must. It's got to look good on the shelf, right?
What's the audio like with the CD? Does it change at all if you've got a Mega CD 2 or a Mega CD through the Mega Drive?
I don't know because I can't remember if there was another output on it. Because I don't have either.
Sure,
now.
they had left and right. What was it called? AV out, not AV,
Yeah,
not the full AV. The red and white phono.
They added it with the Mega CD, didn't they? Because obviously you wouldn't want you just mono sound.
Yeah, but I can't remember for the life of me of whether that would take all the output, including from the Mega Drive, and output it, or it was just from the CD unit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm starting to sort of show my weakness with the Mega CD side of things now.
Yeah, technically I've owned both, and I don't remember. I had the Mega CD 2 for a long time, but that was all.
I mean, logically speaking, the Mega Drive 2 still has the same sound chip as a regular Mega, even if a Mega CD is connected, so it should sound still like a Mega Drive 2.
It was more the because with the Mega Drive 1 you could get audio out from the headphone socket
of course,
front.
Mm.
But for
that's
stereo,
what you mean.
I don't think you could do it with the Mega Drive 2. So yeah, you didn't get the same quality.
No.
But yeah, so I did most of the gaming I did with the on the CD2, which was much more reliable, and quite handily played CDRs without any faff. So I was able to play some of the games that were more expensive, which I would probably be glad that I didn't pay for them. Yeah, and then now I've got although I still keep a good region modded and 60 hits modded Mega Drive 1 with a Mega Everdrive. It's the version that you can't put CD files on, because I think I bought the most expensive one just before they figured that out. And I wasn't buying another. So generally now I play Mega CD games either on the Steam Deck or on one of the 10,000 Raspberry Pis I've got lying around the place, or
And
inside
how often
arcade
do you
machines.
play the Sega? How often do you play the Mega CD games? I can count that on one hand since
Yeah.
you moved to that way.
Funnily enough, when I had the so obviously everything's in storage now, but when my arcade machine set up, there are a couple of games on there that do get a little bit of airtime on there.
Yeah.
But for pure nostalgia rather than recommend anyone else does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
So
me.
let's move on to let's move on to Jake, who we now know is a Fairweather Mega Drive fan.
Oh, that's fighting talk. As you said earlier, I have taste. Therefore, I skipped. No, like Chris was saying there.
You didn't suffer.
No, yeah, I wasn't in the trenches for that part. No, my mate Rob had a Mega CD.
My video.
Oh fuck no.
Or In Excess. I can't remember the name of that one, but yeah.
There's a joke in there, but I'm not going to go for it. My friend Rob had a Mega CD, so I think he had Silpede, a Solfeis, and a couple of others that we've mentioned. And I enjoyed the shoot 'em ups on it because I think Silpede was great because it had all the 3D and the polygons and everything. And that did feel like we were both kind of arcade gamer people, so that was like, oh yeah, this is on point. We love this. Some of the other stuff, it was trying to do things that weren't my cup of tea for gaming for a lot of the CD stuff, if you know what I mean. I'm going to point to like Jurassic Park, for instance, the point and click kind of things. They weren't my cup of tea. So I'd play it around at Rob's, and I got my fill, and I'd go back home, play my Mega Drive, and play like Thunder Force 3 or Golden Axe or Revenge of Shinobi, and I'd be quite happy with that. So I didn't pick one up until early 2000s, probably at Car Boot or from one of the retro shops around the area. I think I got a Mega CD2 first, and I probably got it with an actual Mega Drive 2 for my first Mega Drive 2, because they were like cheap as chips around the early 2000s, so maybe like 15 quid for the pair. I think I was more interested in getting the power supply units than the actual console and Mega CD itself, because they were harder to come by. Since then, I've obviously acquired a Japanese boxed one, an English one that's been modded for these 50, 60 hertz Japanese Euro outputs and stuff, plus the Wonder Megas, the Multi Mega, etc., etc. So I've caught up. I've probably far outstripped most of you now at that point, but certainly it wasn't a high point of my gaming. I'll give you that.
No, I do have one more Mega CD story actually. I completely blanked on for a sec, but this was probably in about '97, I want to say. I took my brother into Cambridge to this little shop called Bose & Co, which was on Burley Street. People who are from Cambridge will know what I'm talking about. You guys will have no idea, but he went in there and he bought a Mega Drive 2 with a Mega CD 2. From there for like £20 or something. We came back home, and he was playing on it because we only had one. He only had one controller because I didn't live there. I was already moved out of home at that point, and then that night, my sister and I both got like violently sick. My brother then blamed the Mega CD2 and took it back the next day and got a refund. So he owned it for less than 24 hours. But yeah, because me and my sister were both sick, and he was just like, well, the only common denominator here is I bought this machine and it's made you both sick. And
interesting thinking.
Yeah. How he would have been, I don't know, 14 maybe? No, 97. 13. He would have been 13. So he was quite
Yeah,
young.
the shop just took it back just to get him out of their face.
Yeah. Or I hope he didn't tell them, like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
this has made my brother and sister violently ill. Yeah, but bless him, he had it for less than a day.
I think
Yeah.
back when it was like 94, whatever, when it was coming out, the magazines were already showing what was coming next, and our eyes were already focusing further away because me and Robert had the Mega Drive since like before UK launch, so we were already sort of, oh, what's coming along? So we were looking at the 3DO, we were looking at careful, could we swerve that one as well? We were looking at the PlayStation, as the rumors started coming through. So the more that you'd read in the magazines, the less likely I was to get one.
Yeah, the reviews weren't great, were they, for it? For a lot of the games.
Yeah, no.
And a lot of it was just, here's another version of a game you can play on the Super Nintendo or Mega Drive anyway.
But I think part of the problem for that was the Mega CD itself. It was developed in Japan in secrecy, so they didn't sort of share what they were up to with developers or Sega of America, etc. And they just went, ta-da! And everyone went, oh fuck, we better write some games for this. So the first conversions were the likes of the Golden Axe and Revenge of Shinobi with CD soundtracks on, and sort of crap upgrades of already existing Mega Drive games, because they were quick to turn around and then pad out sort of the beginnings of a library, I guess.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. So we should actually get on to the games, actually, shouldn't we? Really, and start talking about what games we actually did enjoy on the Mega CD. We've already spoken a lot about Sonic CD, so we should probably not lead with that one. So if we go through, so I don't know, does anyone want us anything in particular that anyone really wants to talk about on the Mega CD? I have a few, but I can wait.
I would throw just one in. Maybe you can just take turns or so.
Yeah.
Okay, so one game I think is really cool and I think also very underrated because it doesn't really take advantage of anything would be Shining Force City. Did you guys play that?
Yes. Yep.
I'm starting a
fantastic
Shining Force
version.
drinking game for Thomas, by the way.
I mean, I love these games.
Who had 25 minutes?
Shorter.
I mean, what I love about this game is two things. First of all, it's a part of the game. The game with much nicer graphics. It feels closer to the first one, but it's mostly the music. The music is amazing. I mean, the whole game has something like maybe 9 or 10 tracks all in, and that's it. But these are so good, it doesn't ever get old. So I could listen to that overworld theme forever, basically. It's so good.
Yeah, I
And
nearly didn't go for this game because I thought, oh, it's just the Mega Drive game again. And it was only because one of my friends who was a massive Shining Force fan at the time said, oh no, if you liked the original, you'll absolutely love the CD version even more. And as soon as I played it and I heard the music, and I was just like, oh my God, this is so much better. Like, it just feels so much nicer to play.
Yeah, and I don't miss the RPG sections walking around towns that much, to be honest.
No.
I mean, it's about the strategy battles. That's what you camp
Yeah.
for.
Exactly, yeah. It felt like it was the Mega Drive one felt like filler if you go back to it after playing the Mega CD version, because the real meat is the strategy battles.
This is all good info because I had a go of Shining Force CD, obviously in prep for doing this podcast, having never really gotten into the Shining Force games. I think Chris, you and I talked about the Fire Emblem series on the GBA podcast many moons ago, and that was my first sort of baptism of fire with strategy RPG games, and I've grown to love them. So I've tried to go into back to Shining Force and kind of bounced off it a little bit. Maybe the RPG elements of walking around towns and stuff are a bit like, oh fucking hell, here we go again. Whereas having quickly played Shining Force CD, I thought, oh, all right, yep, I'm into this. And hearing you both talk about it makes me want to play it more, which is kind of cool. Which is what I love about these podcasts. It's like, oh, I didn't really play that. I really want to play that now.
Yeah, it has such a great battle system. Like, it really does. It's just the Mega Drive one does as well, but the Mega CD one, it's just because you just have those fights. It just makes it so much more enjoyable, and the soundtrack.
And it's so good that they avoided any loading times between the battle scenes and the overworld map.
Yeah,
that would have killed the game.
Smart.
Yeah. No, it's really, really good. I love that version. Yeah. Anyone else want to jump in with one?
Do you know what we mentioned Road Avenger before?
Yeah.
That was actually quite impressive at the time. I remember Rob having that because there was nothing that we'd played like it. Coming from like a Commodore and a ZX Spectrum to the Mega Drive, and then you playing a lot of sprite-based games, which weren't sort of. We were more into the arcade shooters and things, but that was so like, wow, look at this! This is incredible, and I think that was the kind of hook and lure that the Mega CD needed to get people in.
Yeah, because
It was fantastic to see.
When I first saw that, I thought, oh my God, it looks like, because I hadn't got into anime properly. I'd only really watched like Battle of the Planets as a kid. And I was, oh my God, it looks like, Battle of the Planets or Transformers the movie.
Yeah.
I've got to play this. And I absolutely adore this game, even to this day. I know it's just a load of quick time events, but it's presented so beautifully.
Yeah.
So,
It's just fantastic.
well, we actually should take a minute of silence now because one of the creators just recently died. Did you hear about that?
Oh no, which one?
That was Kishimoto-san, Yoshihisa Kishimoto.
Oh no, really?
I mean, everybody of course knows him for Double Dragon and for Kunio-kun, but
I
the
didn't
first
know he
games he ever...
died. Oh my God.
Yep, on the 2nd of April.
Oh man, that's awful. Yeah, let's.
And I think from what I saw, Road Avenger, I think it was Road Blast in the arcade, right? That's his second game he ever worked on after Cobra Command.
Yeah.
So yeah, that man really left a legacy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't believe that news went by, past me. Yeah, that's a real shame.
You didn't know you follow that.
Yeah, I just brought the mood down now. Sorry.
That's okay. I think that was our little moment of silence there. So that's all.
Yeah.
So, Chris, is there anything you want to bring to the table?
I'll bundle two together for an obvious reason, which is Batman Returns, but also The Adventures of Batman and Robin. I liked it just because it was incredible to drive the Batmobile, right? And it was a nice touch that you could choose to just do that or to just do the platforming if you didn't want to do the whole thing in Batman Returns anyway. But Adventures of Batman and Robin was so much cooler for basically having its own episode of the cartoon.
Yeah, it has 21 minutes
of
which is the runtime of one of the cartoons. So it is literally a whole episode that is lost, basically.
Well, it's not. You can
get it on YouTube, but it's just
get it on your Mega CD.
You can get it on your Mega CD, but no one's doing that.
Get it on a Steam Deck.
But that was that. I was amazed by the production values that they did for that Mega CD version of the game.
Yeah, I think it's really good. It's the right sort of thing. There's a bit more of it. I think I didn't go back and check because I think I sort of vaguely remember the Spider-Man and Kingpin game having animated stuff. Obviously, I don't think it's at the same standard, but more of that kind of thing would be nice.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that Spider-Man game as well. The other Spider-Man game, wasn't it? It didn't come out over here. Like Web of Fire or something.
Wasn't that Pt2?
Oh no, it's 2X. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting ahead of myself there.
I only found 3 Pt2 games. Don't take them away.
Yeah, it's okay. I've not played that one still. No, I was going to talk about all of those, but instead I shall. Oh my God, I've got to try and figure out which one of my few games that I know you guys probably won't talk about. So I'm going to talk about Sherlock Holmes, Consulting Detective. So the game I'm going to talk about, which we were talking about before, but then we had some gremlins in the system, and Chris and Thomas went to a different chat, and Jake and I got kicked out and came back. We think it's probably a curse of me talking about a game so boring that nobody, not even the internet, wanted you to hear about.
It was given as a mystery for the Sherlock to sort out.
Yeah, one that Arthur Conan Doyle would be proud of. So yeah, I was going to talk about the Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, which is like an interactive movie. But it's really cool because, like I said on our previous recording, that I absolutely love Sherlock Holmes. He's one of my favorite literary characters. And yeah, this game is so you choose like where you want to go or the person you want to visit, and you go to it, and then it gives like a video, like it plays the full motion video of the person and the area that you're in, and they talk, and you can interact, and then you can investigate the area and things like that. And yeah, it's just a really cool detective game, but it's kind of like a board game as well. Do you remember those board games, DVDs and things they used to do?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is quite like that. But like I said, I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fan, but it did review pretty well as well at the time,
I
because I
mean,
think it was something that wasn't really being done back then.
well, I don't know when they came out, but there's a series of Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective as a series of board games, but
This is based
can't
on
put
the board games, yeah, because it's got
yeah,
the Mummy's Curse, the Mystified Murderess, and the Tin Soldier are the three
Yeah.
stories that you play
Yeah.
through in the game,
that makes sense.
and they are three board games, separate board games that you can get. But yeah, I really like this. I really like this. I haven't played it since whenever it came out on the Mega CD. But yeah, I would quite happily play this again if they could re-release it on something that isn't an iPad. It would be nice. But that's one for me anyway. Has anyone else got any other games they want to drop in there? Because Jake, you were saying something before when we were in our parallel
Well-
universe to the other two.
Yeah, I started playing in the course of my research this week a game called Dark Wizard. Has any of you played it?
I
Never
have
played
not.
it. Only I remember the ad in the American magazines back in the day.
So it's very interesting because it is designed by Kenji Terada, who did the first three. Is it Final Fantasy games? I say scripted or wrote or worked on something like I've glossed over and I've sort of forgotten about it because I read it 2 weeks ago and a lot's happened since then. So I started playing it and it's a strategy RPG, hexagon tile layout, a bit similar to the Sengokushi games. You move your units across the floor, you fight, you've got magic, you level up. In this as a Mega CD game,
Everything you're saying is getting me incredibly hard.
I know, this is why I can't understand why you've not played it. It's so good. It's
Yeah.
presented in a very Japanese style way, even though it did get the release in the Western markets. It's got lovely animated intro. They've done English voice acting for it. It feels like a PC Engine CD game. And to be honest with you, because the PC Engine did such great CD-ROM games, I think that's a good bar to hit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
I'm
once you're
looking
into
at
the
the
game, it's
visuals now, and it does look
really
like
interesting.
a
I think you'll enjoy this one, Chris. I think you'll really enjoy it. I played for about 2 hours on the first level or so, and just whilst doing other bits because it's a strategy RPG, so you can kind of put it down, do something, and come back to it and continue your move, which is great. And I'm actually really looking forward to, after this podcast, going back and sinking some time into this one. So it's a bit of a hidden gem, maybe you could say. I haven't played it too far, but it feels like it's going to be great so far.
hello.
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 I just got booted.
No, you didn't go anywhere from our perspective.
Yeah, you didn't leave.
I don't know if Craig was still recording as well when I was talking, because I was talking, saying how great that game looks.
Yeah, we heard you say you were going to get hard, so maybe I thought you got booted.
But we'll have none of that in this chat. Thank you.
That small thing in your lap again.
Okay, so let's just pick up with the next game.
Yeah.
Thomas, you must have
Right.
more.
Of course, I have quite a list here. So maybe how about we go for Thunderhawk?
Oh, good call.
That's I think that is one of the very few games that really used the power that was in that system, because I mean there was a second 68,000 processor in there that was a lot more powerful than the one in the Mega Drive, but you hardly ever saw it really do its work. But really, Thunder Force really went for it. To me,
Thunderhawk,
it's
not Thunderforce.
sorry, Thunderhawk. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you fly
Temptation's
helicopters
massive, yeah.
across these 3D planes. You have all these missions. You bomb airfields. You shoot other your enemies. All the fun stuff, and I think one of the best Western games in the whole system.
Yeah, it is a fantastic
Yeah.
game.
I'm looking at that now, and I do remember playing this. It's funny how they were talking about these games, and I've kind of blocked a load of them out or completely forgotten them over years of alcohol abuse and everything. But yeah, I do remember playing this, and you're right. It feels really impressive the way you're flying over the surface and the enemies are flying about. It's quite engrossing, isn't it?
Yep, really good time.
I don't think I ever played it, but it deserves its kudos just for giving us Thunderhawk 2, which is incredible.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, it was reviewed very well in the German magazines.
It's a core design game, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the game that first made me realise who core design were. And then when they made Tomb Raider, my first thing was, oh my god, that's the guys who made Thunderhawk. So I was like, I wonder how they're going to be able to do this. That's not the sort of game they make. How wrong I was. But no, it is a really good game, though. I really enjoyed that. I haven't played
And of course,
it.
let's not
design.
forget, by the way,
that.
let's not forget about Chuck Rock. We talk about core design, right?
Yeah. Because they did other Mega CD. What other Mega CD games did they do again? Because I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think they did. Didn't they do a port of Chuck Rock also?
Oh yeah, that's right. They did.
Or was it
Yeah.
like Chuck Rock 2? No, they did the first one, yeah. And of course, I think they also did that BC Racers game.
BC Racers, yeah. They're down as doing Hook as well on the Wikipedia.
Huh.
Oh, they did that version, did they?
Maybe.
I knew it was a different.
Of
I knew it
course,
was a different
Soulstar.
team that did that. So
Yeah,
for
of
the
course,
Mega
yeah.
Drive and the
Soulstar is
Super Nintendo.
the second really big one.
Yeah,
basically,
it's
I mean,
crazy.
it's Thunderhawk in space.
Yeah, that is cool. I do enjoy that. Chris, have you got anything else?
Yeah, a couple. So I mean, I mentioned Echo the Dolphin. I didn't think at the time I realised because the second one came to it as well, didn't it? Tides. Yeah, the Tides of Time, which I never really played either version.
I never
But I
played
remember,
the sequel.
yeah, I remember playing it. I have this real love for Echo the Dolphin, but also being awful at it because it's terrifying. And I watched my sister complete the Mega Drive game when I was little, and I loved watching it. And I like playing it and loading up various levels with the passwords. But there's so many of the levels I couldn't do because it sort of triggered a open water phobia thing I have.
Oh no.
Which I like tried to get over with. But I remember the Mega CD one adding extra content, and then the music was really cool from the CD. But I mostly played it. There was a PC port that then years later there was like a fan project called, I think it's called like the Fixed and Fixed and Repaired Edition or something like that. It was called. There's a PC port that basically was a mishmash of all the assets and best of everything sort of thing. And so whilst I'm not actually playing the Mega CD version anymore, I know some of the stuff, particularly the music, I think came from that. And it's nice having the extra content. Yes,
they're doing that collection.
Yes, so there's a new this new mastery thing that's coming with a potential new game that's in that line of the 2D games. I think ignoring the 3D stuff. I believe, but I don't know how much detail that has been confirmed yet.
No, they've just said it's a new game. They haven't said anything else, have they, beyond that? So
Fixed and Enhanced Edition was the name of the PC version, which
I
I think you
ask,
can still get
on
for
the
free.
collection?
I don't know because it was like unofficial thing.
Yeah, this isn't from Sega though. This collection either, is it? It's from the original developer.
Yeah, the developers. Yes, and I can't remember. There used to be like a Caverns of Hope website that I'm sure it was based on, which I was trying to look earlier, and it would seem to have gone. But I think you can probably still download this version, and basically it will just run on modern PCs. It's just what was cool about it. And you can get it with like FLAC audio and stuff, which is nice.
I really like the 3DS version of Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah, me too, and not just because you can play it without drowning.
There's that, but I love the visuals on it with the 3D effect.
It's a significant reason why I want a 3DS again, and they have a stupid price.
Oh,
And I
Yeah,
only
they-
want to play
the
the
price
Sega
or something.
3D stuff. I don't really like any of them.
yeah. I'll talk about Final Fight CD. I know we
Mhm.
mentioned it on the last
Mm.
episode, but that to me, after being so disappointed with the Super Nintendo version, because that was one of the games I wanted so much on the Super Nintendo, and when I got it, I was like, it's not even 2-player, and one of the characters is missing. What the hell is going on?
Mm.
And it's the character I used to play as well. It's like,
Of course it
oh,
was. Yeah.
you took away my favorite character, you sons of bitches. And yeah, but then getting the Mega Drive, the Mega CD version, and just be like, oh, this is the version I wanted. This is incredible, and the Red Book audio as well, so it even sounded like the arcade game rather than the Super Nintendo sound sampling version, which is still good. It is really good, but it isn't a patch on the Mega CD's music. But yeah, having 2 players and being able to choose your character, choose one of the 3 characters from the main game, absolutely incredible. And it ran so well. It looked gorgeous. Oh, that
Yeah, I
was my
like
favorite
that it was.
version for years.
Yeah, I mean, but when I mentioned earlier, it is one of the couple of games that I still play a little bit of that version on the arcade
Yeah.
machine. And I like that, it was one of the games that the SNES people at school talked about was the original Final Fight, 'cause, and we got Streets of Rage. And I think I still prefer Streets of Rage anyway. But
Streets of Rage is better.
yeah,
than
it's
Final
nice
Fight.
that it exists as a Sega relic, for want of a better word. I like that's a thing. But I think the
Yeah.
definitive one's GBA now, right?
There was a really good one on the 360 PS3, but was gimped by needing to be always online.
Ah. I mean,
that's
Final
cool.
Fight Double Impact is the version. It's got
Oh yeah,
That's a
yeah.
nice version,
Had
yeah.
the arcade trims around
Yeah.
it and everything, didn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it
I
was
might have that on
absolutely
my
brilliant.
PS3 actually.
I have.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
Sounds
good,
familiar.
but you
Yeah.
have to have an online connection for it to play, which is ridiculous because you don't. It's only if you want to play online, right? You should have an online connection all
Yeah.
the time. It's
Yeah.
absolutely stupid. They did the same with Bionic Commando Rearm 2 as well, and stuck an always online connection in there. And it's like, well,
See,
I'm
they've
never
been
going to play
testing the
that again.
water with this bullshit for fucking ages, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that is a fantastic version, and the GBA version is really good as well. I've got the ones because I've got the arcade stadium collections, and I haven't played the Final Fight on
There's
those
that
because
Capcom fighting thing as well with
oh,
the
and the belt
brawlers.
scrolling one, yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's got that,
yeah.
that and a few others that I hadn't played before.
See, because I play Final Fight so much on these collections, I never play Final Fight because I'm always playing all the other games that I haven't played as much.
I kind of like
should really,
sure knowing I've got it and then don't play it. However,
yeah, it's
having
like,
said that,
good.
the definitive version is not just the arcade ROM. I've got the arcade board actually. Reminder. It's the homebrew version on the Mega Drive
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I
that
forgot there's a
that's
homebrew
been
version of
worked
that
on.
now.
Yeah. We can come to
That is
that,
really
for
promising.
filler at the end of this, but that
Mhm.
is excellent. It shows you what can be done, years after with improved tools and squeezing every bit of juice out of the machine. It's a great game.
Awesome. Who wants to go next with another game?
I mean, I think we should mention the RPGs for once, right? Because, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a system where really working designs became big.
Yes,
I mean, we have two Luna games, we have Vi, we have Pop Full Mail.
Pop Full
And I
Mail
mean,
is amazing.
Of course, people love to shit on work designs these days, but I don't think they deserve the hate. I mean, yeah, Ireland is a bit of a weirdo maybe, but what they did back in these days was, I think they did some great work. Because on the one hand, these were real localizations, right? It wasn't just some sort of so translation of the text as we had oftentimes before. And I mean, the stuff that the tinkering with the difficulty, everybody did that. I wouldn't hold it against them. Every Konami game was tinkered with, but nobody shits on them for their old games, right?
Yeah,
Might
true.
be. I mean, that's just my thought because I really like their work. And I mean, if you played Luna back in the days when anime was starting out, it really stuck with you, both of them.
Yeah.
Having never
Yeah.
been like a massive RPG person, these games pass me by. I've got to be honest. Action RPGs as
Same.
close as I went.
Mm.
But I do recognize, looking back at it, that there was quite a few that hit the Mega CD, and good on it, you know. And working designs, you're right there when you say they cop a lot of shit. But you have to transpose what happened back then with what happened today. They were doing, you know, good work back then, but it's with
They were.
hindsight you can look at it and go,
And
yes,
we
well,
would never have played these games without them. It's the same with like the Ark
correct.
trilogy on PlayStation. I love those games, and I
Yep.
would never have played them without working designs. You know, so I have a lot of respect for what they did. Not so much, you know, the man behind it, but still, it's such they did good work for what it was, but it was very of the time, and you can tell that in a lot of the writing because they did the Lunar collection, or was it Lunar?
Lunar, I
Sounds
think,
about
with a
right.
long A.
It's a long A, it's a Lunar. That has a new translation on the current collection, doesn't it? I was
Not
reading.
really. It's
Is
I
it
think
not?
it's only very little changes from the original one. What
Because
they did is
aren't
they
there
made
like
new.
Bill
It
Clinton
has
references and stuff in it?
there
From what I
is one
remember.
sentence in the entire game that everybody is
Yeah.
bringing up even today from an NPC in some little town that you could completely miss, of course. But yeah, of
Yeah.
course, that's the one that really blew up over time. What they did with the new one, they made new voice recordings because they didn't have the rights for the original recordings. But from what I saw, the texts are the same pretty much.
Okay.
They might
Yeah,
have
'cause I
taken
didn't.
Clinton out because I played mostly the first one in that collection.
Well, I hope they haven't got the current president of the United States in there.
Oh man,
Fuck no.
No.
let's not go there. Let's not go there.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Lunar when I played that. But Pop for Mel was the one that I really loved on Mega CD.
And of course, that's the
Well,
one
I
that
played
got
that
really
much later.
expensive.
Oh yeah, that's the thing with all of the working design games are stupidly expensive.
But especially Pop Full Mail.
Yeah.
But speaking of stupid expensive, I have one more, of course. There's Snatcher.
Yeah, I was
yes.
going to mention this if no one else had got
Another
it.
one
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of Hideo Kojima's first things he ever made, and it's the only official English version of that game until today. And what I find funny about this thing is, the one thing is, this version is very different from the PC Engine version because they changed a few graphics in a major way. So that bar scene, right? You have all the
Yeah.
Konami
Yeah.
characters sitting in there all of a sudden. That's only in the Mega CD version.
Yeah.
And what's even funnier, Kojima didn't know this version existed until a couple of years ago. He had no idea they ported that and that they translated that.
Oh shit.
Really?
I met him when Metal Gear Solid 2 was coming out, and I mentioned Snatcher on Mega CD. I actually brought a copy for him to sign with me, and he was flabbergasted to see this game in the West on the Mega CD.
Wow.
But he
I
found
wonder
it
who
cool.
got a lawsuit after that.
No, he was fine. He signed it. Now I have a signed Snatcher for Kojima, and that's probably just for retirement.
There's because he had the similar thing with Snake's Revenge on the NES, didn't he? Because he met someone in the lift at Konami,
Oh yeah.
and he was quite new, and asked him what he was working on. He said, "Oh, I'm working on the sequel to Metal Gear on the NES or on the Famicom," and he was like, "Oh, are you?" I didn't know we were making that because this was before he'd started work on Metal Gear 2. So yeah, he had no idea. That they were
Yeah, at
doing.
least Snatcher on Mega CD is not a bastardization of the series, so that's something.
Yes, unlike Snake's Revenge, which is just absolutely horrendous.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm so glad they kept it off the Metal Gear collection. Although as a
Another game.
completionist, that would be quite good. But
That's true. Another game I would quickly like to mention is Time Gal, because I think it's just technically so impressive. Because, I mean, you have the Mega CD games with the full motion video, right? It's grainy, it's not very fluid, it has few colors, but for Time Gal, they redrew all the graphics to fit the system. And that was an early work by Wolf Team.
Oh wow.
And I think that's a pretty impressive port. It's, I mean, again, it's shallow as hell, right? It's a very simple game, it's a quick time event, it's funny, but
Yeah.
it looks really neat on the Mega CD.
Yeah, I've not played that. I've only
Wolf
ever seen
Yeah.
a video of it.
Wolf Team really excelled towards in the Mega Drive and then on the Mega CD.
Yeah.
They had quite a good bit of output.
Yeah, they did.
I mean,
Didn't they
there's
go on to
also
become? Didn't they go on to become like the Tales studio and
part of them. Part of
Trifor?
them.
Yeah,
When they worked on Tales, they split up into two teams, and one became the Tales Studio, and the other one became Tri-Ace.
Tri-Ace. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Because I think there were big differences in opinions what Tales of Fantasia should be. And at some point, what's his name? I forgot the name of the guy. Well, he left and founded Tri-Ace, and basically Star Ocean is his revenge game on that.
Wow.
Yeah, you can definitely see the similarities between the Tales of Fantasia and Star Ocean, but then Star Ocean sort of pushes things way more than Tales of Fantasia does. It's like the battle system is so much more intricate than Tales of Fantasia. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
Tales of Fantasia
Fantasia.
looks nice, but I mean,
Oh, it's
I
lovely.
think it's probably the title song that more people most remember of it.
Yeah. I only ever played that originally on the GBA to begin with, Tales of Fantasia. But Star Ocean, I played a ROM on my PC back in like 97, 98, something like that, with an English
neat.
translation patch on it. 98 maybe. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just
I was like,
looking
oh my
at
God, this is great.
Just looking at Wolf Team's output, they did twice as many Mega CD games as they did Mega Drive games. Could you believe it?
Yeah, I think
They
CD
did a
was
lot of
just
Mega
their
Drive
kind of
games.
thing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
loved
they
the
did
CD
7 Mega
medium.
Drive games, like 14 Mega CD games.
They're like they're like Rare for the NES, who just made everything on the NES.
Yeah. And of
Well,
course,
there's
the
3 more
Road
games.
Avenger on the Mega
Sorry.
LD. Sorry, go on, Thomas. I'm going to jump off into
I
something else now.
wanted to mention 3 more games. So because John isn't or Lindemann isn't here today, I have to mention Barry Arm, which is I think one of his
Yeah.
favorite Mega CD games. It's a really amazing shooter that is very overlooked in the West.
hmm
It has that Thunder Force Fault thing where the levels are very high and still horizontal.
Oh, I haven't played this. This sounds good.
No, not
I'm
me. I
listening.
need to look at this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but yeah, Barry Arm. I think it also came to the US under some weird title. But yeah, never mind which version you play. You should play one of them at least. And of course, there's 2 more shooting games. There's Denina Lester or Robo Lester in the West, which is direct sequel to Musha Lester, which I think
Yeah.
it's not as good. It doesn't have
No,
that
it's
wow
not as
effect.
good, but
It's not as good, but it is a
Yeah.
good game. But
It's still a good game, yeah. And I mean, second to Musha Lester, it's fine. And also, I think what's very good is KO Flying Squadron.
Yeah, this was on my list. I think,
yes, that's a great
I
game.
like that.
Yeah, I
And
like
again,
Although I
it's
remember it being pricey even when I bought my
Yeah.
system, and that was one of the ones I was quite happy to burn a CD of.
I managed to get a copy in exchange for, I think, a prototype or something like that I somehow got into my possession.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, that's a great game. I love the music, especially in that game. And also one of the few, can we say cute maps? I mean, it's a thing, right?
Yeah,
on
Road is
Sega hardware.
the original, isn't
Yeah.
it? So
Yeah. And there's also, if we're doing shoot 'em ups, there's Lords of Thunder as well.
Oh, true, yeah.
have you seen the cover art for Lords of Thunder in America?
I haven't.
Not off the
Have
top
a
of my
look.
head.
It's ridiculous.
Oh god, yeah. It's a surfing Viking with fire and lightning coming out of his hands.
Yeah. It's absolutely
Yeah.
horrendous.
Fucking hell. What the West did with cover art, fucking hell. We
Europe,
should
though,
hang our head
we
in
were okay.
shame.
No, Europe did okay.
We
Look at
do
Road
half and half.
Avenger. Look at Road Avenger. In the European one is very similar to the Japanese one, right? But if you look at the American Road Avenger, you want to just throw up. It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
but listen, we still fucking went with the Strider artwork, so come on,
okay.
we're
Yeah,
just
true.
as bad.
We are at times.
At times,
But,
we're half and
yeah,
half.
we're half and half. Yeah. But yeah. I haven't actually got many. I actually haven't got any more games because everything's been
I've
said that I like.
got probably 2 to mention actually. One,
Cool.
just how good the Terminator port is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I haven't played that.
Really nice. Yeah, so I can, if you think of it as like a Like what they do effectively with Echo and a few others. It's just like a souped up version of the Mega Drive game, but it has extra content and the music's good and that sort of thing. And the other one is a guilty pleasure territory, but it's the other game I play on my cabinet sometimes, and it's Eternal Champions. It's the sequel, the Challenge from the Dark Side. I still think it's decent, and it's really good fun with someone playing 2-player. It's just nails on your own. So, like, if you're trying to play through the single player stuff, it's really hard. But yeah, it's sort of effectively the definitive version on the basis that the third game got cancelled. So yeah, I just
that
like
was meant to
the
be a Samsung
characters
game,
in it.
wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was. But I like the aesthetic of it and the character designs.
Yeah,
No,
that's for
Terminator-
characters, I think. Yeah.
The Terminator game's super highly polished. I had a go with that in the week. Smooth as butter, 60 frames per second. It's just, people have had a budget and time to work on that. It's really good.
Very slick.
No, that's really cool. I'm going to check out the Terminator for sure.
You can also see the influence those type of games had on Way Forward with their GBA titles. It's almost a continuation. When you play Terminator, then you go and play, say, is it Alien? Which one was it? Alien something they did on the 3DS.
On the DS.
They feel so similar.
Alien
DS, yeah. Something.
It was the first ever Controidvania, wasn't it? So
yeah.
Because they also did the Mummy Demastered, which was exactly the same, just a reskin.
Yeah, the Mummy Demastered is what I was trying to remember then. That's really good.
And Batman and Thor, all of them are really good, but they all play and feel very similar to this Terminator game.
Thor on the DS is so good. Such a good game.
We'll save that for another episode, eh?
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about DS. I love that so much.
Me too.
Okay, so any more on the Mega CD before we move on to 32X?
I think
one last word on it. I was really fucking not looking forward to doing this episode because I find it tedious going through Mega CD games. But I've actually enjoyed playing a couple of them and listening to you talk about them and make me think, oh yeah, that wasn't as bad as I remember. Oh yeah, we did play that one. So it's been good fun. Let's see what the 32X section holds.
I will just want to say this one thing. Did anyone, because if you had the Mega CD one, did any of you spend ages, like if you were like watching something on TV and just opening and closing the tray and like ejecting it and go? I used to just sit on my desk, well, not on my desk, my dad's desk at his place, and just press the eject button just to let the tray goes out. Yeah, basically.
I didn't do it with the Mega CD. I did it with the Wonder Mega because it does similar, but the lid flips up, lid flips down, lid flips up, lid flips down. Automated.
Yeah, I just used to do that. I just be like, well, I never had a CD player of my own until after I got a Mega CD. So this was like new territory for me because I was never allowed to touch my CD player. So let's move on to. I'm just trying to avoid talking about 32X. I'm sorry. So let's move on to 32X. Okay. I got mine at launch, so I know that I'm definitely not the last.
You go first in the bloodletting session, then.
So I knew the Saturn was coming. I knew it was coming, but I thought to myself, I really want to play Virtua Fighter now. Damn it! I am not waiting another year to play this. And yeah, I was a fool. So I got this probably, when would it have been? It must have been late 94, so whenever it came out, so literally at launch, because I pre-ordered it at Virgin Megastore in Cambridge. Was it Virgin? Yeah. And I went in, bought it first day, thinking it was going to like sell out. And there was literally no one else buying one at all. It was just me going in the morning before.
Crowd of one at midnight, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, there's literally nobody here. And I said, oh yeah, I was only 15, I think, at the time. And I was like, have you sold any? And they were like, no, none. And I was like, okay. But I picked it up with Virtua Fighter, Virtua Racing, and Star Wars Arcade Trilogy.
Well, 3 good games, amazing.
Yeah.
And
well, that wrapped up quickly. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. But that was all I bought for the system. I didn't buy any more games for it. So I think it was about 2 months after that I went off gaming for I don't know, about 8 months or so until the Saturn came out. No, 9 months, I guess. So I just went off gaming up in like December or January. So I got it in November, and yeah, I kind of blamed it for killing my love of gaming, which
Probably
was
right.
But yeah, I mean, what else would you want to play on it, right? I mean, there's
Mhm.
Tempo. I can think of Tempo, but apart from that,
I did later though buy Darkside. This was after I got a Saturn, so I got back into gaming. No, I didn't buy Darkside. I rented Darkside from Blockbuster. It was the game from Frontier,
Mhm.
which is a shooter, space shooter. And I really, really enjoyed that game a lot, but I never could find it for sale, and Blockbuster wouldn't sell it to me. And I was like, well, I'm just going to rent it again. Can I not just buy it off you? And they were like, no. I was like, well, who else rents it? I literally am the only person who's ever rented this game off you. Can't you just sell it to me? And they just kept refusing. So I was like, you are literally going to make me pay for this like every 3 days, aren't you? Until I've completed it. You absolute bastards. But yes, but Virtua Fighter, I adored that so much on the first day that I got it. Played it so much. But we can come to that when we talk about games because there's not many. So what's anyone else's experience with 32X?
again, that friend of mine got one, and that's my experience. I wasn't too fond of it. I mean, the tech is amazing when you think about it. The way it transposes the picture above the Mega Drive picture and makes a whole thing out of it. Just
Oh, yeah.
the fact that it works at all is a miracle in a way. But yeah, in terms of fun, And of course, one funny thing again, a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, I was with John at the M2 office, and we talked about for whatever reason, about the 32X, and of course, Hori had one. So the boss of the company, because he had everything.
Hmm.
So he probably was the one guy in Japan who actually bought that thing.
Yeah.
I think I got mine probably 15 years ago. A couple of games, and then went on to collect all the Japanese release 32X games for it. Most expensive was WWF Raw, and I think I put it in once, checked it worked, and put it back in the box. I went, lovely, shelf queen, as my mate Mike says. Off you go, sit on the shelf. Yeah, I never had it as a kid, so look, it was almost like nostalgia based going back and playing it, and a lot of the games just don't wear very well at all. If I'm going to give you three, it would be Space Harrier, Virtua Racing, and it's a tie for the third one between the Star Wars, Afterburner, and yeah, I'd be struggling really. Not even Tempo caught my attention. It was like a riot of colors, but no game in it. Sonic and Chaotix was hard work.
Right. That was a thing.
Yeah, it was
I hated
tough.
that. I rented
Yeah.
that one. I was like, oh, fucking hell, this is terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Colors look great, but the actual
Oh, yeah.
mechanic was disastrous. So difficult.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was hard to. It's really hard to try and nail down games on it, isn't it? Really? 'Cause
Well,
there's so
I mean,
few.
I never got a system. I can't say I've regretted it. I was trying to remember. I'm not even sure if I've ever actually played on a real one. I think I might have done it at an event or something. But yeah, I've played a
mean,
few
just
games, but all just emulated.
The idea of that whole setup. I mean, imagine you have a Mega Drive, a Mega CD, and the 32X on top.
Tower of
Yeah.
Power.
Yeah.
And the karaoke unit to the side. Come on,
Yeah.
do the whole thing.
I did.
Does it also have its own power brick, the karaoke unit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The
Oh,
I have
karaoke one did as well. Wow.
Let me go and
four
check.
big power bricks.
I thought it did, yeah. But I don't.
I could only ever have. So I had to. I
Yeah,
could
it's
only ever
9
get
volter.
3 in at once, so I had to choose between the 32X and the Mega CD. The 32X did not win that fight very much.
Yeah.
So
It's probably for the best.
yeah. But yeah, it's a really hard thing to. It was such a mistake, wasn't it? Really, the 32X to release that so close to when the Saturn was coming out. But it's just this thing, wasn't it, where Sega of America had their idea, and Sega of Japan were like, "Oh, we're going to make a 2D powerhouse game console."
Yeah. Stop it!
Yeah.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting, and look what happened out of it. We got this pile of shit.
They died. They both died.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is though, I will really go to bat for Star Wars Arcade on it. Like really go to bat for that game, because at the time that looked like you were actually playing the movies. You know, it was like, oh my god, this looks so good, and like being in
I
the
think I had
cockpit
some
of the
fun
X.
with that. Yeah.
It was beautiful, and I kind of preferred it to the actual arcade game. Because I played it in the arcade a few times, but I didn't really like it that much in the arcade. But once I played it on the 32X, I really enjoyed playing that on a controller. I think that was the thing. I think it was made more for a controller than it was an arcade. And yeah, I love that game so much. But yeah, other than that and Virtua Racing was so good on Saturn. Like that is still actually no, the Switch version is my new favorite version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up
That's a
until
good
the
one,
Switch, it was really good. I preferred it to the Saturn version as well.
Yeah.
The
The 32X to the Saturn. Interesting.
Yeah, and the same with Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter I found much better on 32X than Saturn. Which is a shame. But I assumed they were going to do the Star Wars arcade port as well to Saturn. I was like, yeah, come on, let's get that on there as well. And they never did. And I was like, oh shit, I've got to hang on to this thing for a bit longer.
The only other game I was going to mention that I really like how it looks, but I never really figured out how to play properly, was that Calibri? The thing that's
Also
sort of
from
a
the Echo
shooter
guy.
where you play as a bird.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like Echo the Dolphin in Out of the Water. No wonder you liked it.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, I put it on today on my Steam Deck.
It's like
'Cause
shit.
I'm sure I figured this out once, but I could not figure out what to do today. But yeah, it looks pretty.
Yeah. So has anyone got? So I think that covers pretty much all of the 32X games, doesn't it? Like, which
Yeah,
I think
is
so too.
sad. Yeah, it is sad. It is sad that they released this thing. But I would really have liked to have seen was it the Neptune? I would have really liked to have seen that actually come out.
That all depends on the planning and how they structured the release and everything, doesn't it? Because if they'd have done it in the same sort of timescale, it still would have crashed and burned. If Sega America and Sega Japan were talking to each other and collaborating and not sort of fighting over which machine they were going to release, and they had a cohesive marketing plan, then Neptune would have been good. As it is, I'll settle for my my cosine board one that our friend Simon Locke Airgon put together for me. So I have a Neptune sat there in the pile of consoles, but it's the obviously unofficial 3D printed case one.
Yeah.
Do you know how many 3DX games I've played on it? 2.
It's weird how this system has like the price. I know it didn't sell well, so the prices are obviously going to go high on them. But like some things don't go up in price. You know, like something shit like the Gamate. Have you ever it's like a black and white portable game system, right? That's still affordable and shit. Right?
Yeah,
the
like it was
32X,
when you got it, Chris.
Yeah, I did buy a Gamate. I
remember we've talked about that on the podcast.
Yeah. But it's affordable and shit.
Yes.
And the 32X, you would assume,
Tagline on the
because
marketing.
it's no shit. Yeah. But the 32X, you would assume, like, because of how harsh history has been to it, rightly so, you would assume that the prices just would be shit because no one wants it. But no, video game collectors are fucking monsters, and these things just go through the roof. But yes, I do think that video game collectors, if you're not buying it to archive it, you can fuck off. If you're paying these stupid prices, it's if you're going thousands, you are bidding like thousands and thousands of pounds or dollars to buy these games. It's like, come on, if you're not archiving these shit and dumping the ROMs for everyone else to play, then don't bother. Just get out the gene pool.
Chris, don't worry about it. There are no games worth dumping to play, to be honest. So
not on the 32X.
I mean,
that is true.
No.
Did you see
That is true.
we made on the 32X? while ago, where he played every
No.
single 32X game. It's a
Ugh.
tour de force. It's impressive.
To the
Mainly
farce,
his
to the
persistence.
farce.
His
Yeah.
persistence is impressive.
Is it like doing an iron?
Endurance. Yeah. Is that for charity or something?
Just for the arts.
They paid him to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just when I was in Japan recently, we were obviously looking for the prices of stuff and seeing what the going rate is. I did remember seeing a box 32X for 59,000 yen. It was about 280, 300 quid.
Yikes.
Which it's
Jesus.
yikes, but it's a boxed one in good condition, and I don't think that's terrible.
I mean, good
it's
condition.
more than anyone
That's,
wants to pay. Let's be honest, but
Yeah.
it's not fucking thousands of
I mean,
pounds.
that's the thing. Is
I
if it's
would
You've got to
in a
never
change
box,
the games
say-
to put them on.
it's not like there's a reason to take it out of it.
No,
This is what I was going to say,
That's
right?
true.
You can't ever say a 32X is in good condition. You can say it's in working condition, because there is nothing good about the 32X.
I have remembered something I did want to talk about is the homebrew developments of games after the event and the after market releases, etc. There's been quite a lot of work on the 32X to bring Doom 32X Resurrection to the 32X. It's
Oh,
really
right.
good, actually. They've taken, I guess it's taken the Doom 32 version. I don't know whether they've ported code enhanced whatever. I haven't really followed the ins and outs of the workings, but it plays really well. And I was playing that for about 2 hours the other day and enjoyed myself on it. But obviously that wasn't released at the time. Doom was, but not this Doom 32X Resurrection. And they've also, the sickos have made a version that works in tandem with the CD-ROM as well. So you can have your 32X, your Mega Drive, and your Mega CD, and it'll work. So yeah,
I wouldn't
good
have been able
work,
to do that
guys.
as a
I really enjoyed
32X.
actually. That's probably the most fun I've had on 32X was playing 32X Resurrection.
I did want to emulate that Spider-Man game because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. But I saw some video of it and I was like, oh my god, this looks absolutely dreadful. And that game goes for like stupid money.
Oh, of course
It's
it
like-
does.
But it's so shit. Why would you? It looks so bad. And I've read reviews now and everyone says it's absolutely awful. And it's like, oh, guys, why are you paying this money for this terrible game? Don't do it.
Because
And
games collectors are sadists. We know this.
they are. I know. It's just stop spending all your money on these things, guys. Let the market decide what these things are worth, not an auction. Just don't. And then you drive up the prices at CEX as well, which is, we used to be able to afford to shop there, us povos.
Yeah, all right, Chris.
I've never been able to afford to shop there, it's true. So yeah, I think that knocks it on the head for 32X.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, nothing else to be said about that. So, Jake, did you want to go through some homebrew Mega Drive stuff?
I mean, we talked about quite a bit on the last one.
We did, yeah.
If we're talking about them, there's my two favorites that have been released in the last couple of years is this Final Fight MD version that's still being developed and worked on. You can sign up to I think it's Mario Xavier's Patreon and pay I think I pay £1 a month or something to him, and he's making a couple of Mega Drive games. He's got another one on the go. But this Final Fight MD is a great version, so I'm quite happy to see him developing that. And of course, the other one that is an absolute favourite of mine is the Eartheon, which probably 30 years after the event is now the best shooter on the system.
It's probably like my favourite shooter.
It's incredible. I mean, it benefits massively from RAM prices. Oh, not now that the AI bros have got in on it, but with RAM being more affordable, instead of having an 8 megabit cart or a 16 megabit cart, they can go crazy. And so you have so many frames of animation and all that kind of stuff and stored songs and extra bits and bats. But it benefits again from all the programming tricks that have improved and the software dev kits that SDKs that are now available to program on these retro machines. The benefit of hundreds of people working on them instead of like you and a team of 4 building your own tools, it's come to the fore with this kind of stuff.
Do you think, right, with the cost of like the spiraling costs of video game development, do you think we could see a resurgence in these games getting much more exposure and like on the original hardware, because there's going to be a point where there's just going to be hardly any games coming out with the cost getting so much, especially now, right?
Mm.
Because you just look at it. There's
mean-
not we are getting a lot of indie games and stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
But there is still a market for boxed games, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen that. You know, I know lots of people get, there is more digital purchases in terms of the
Yeah.
general, but with things like limited run games and Simply Limited, is it the other one, Simply Limited?
Strictly limited.
Strictly Limited, yeah.
I mean,
and
if
you're
you
seeing
go about
they
writing
do
a
really
game,
well.
if your sole intention is to write a game to release it on cartridge form, then that's
Yeah.
probably economic suicide. You
Yes.
probably have to have some kind of, I'm going to release a version on Steam for modern
Yeah.
consoles and for people who don't own the retro gear to get hold of.
I think
It's
you
got
can just
to
get away
be
with
hand in
Steam,
hand.
to be honest, though, can't you? Like
Yeah,
Steam's
yeah.
like the player base on Steam is incredible. And they
The
buy
amount of
everything
stuff
on
that
Steam.
just comes out and dies though on Steam, there is so much
Yeah.
that comes out all the time and it never gets anywhere.
Yeah.
You've
That's true.
really
This
got
is
to
why
hit the
this is why you don't
front
just link to a
page.
Steam page. Go and get your own website
Yeah.
to sort of promote your own game and do your own socials and do
buy,
your own email
buy your
marketing.
website from Jake.
Yes, there you go. Come see me.
I think, to be fair, that Earthian website is gorgeous.
Yeah, that is a very, very nice website. I do love that website, Jake. I'm not just saying that because
Thank you.
you're a mate. It is a really, really good website.
It was super fun to work on because I was able to ask for all the pixel art assets from Yuzo Koshiro and the Ancient team. So I got so many beautiful cut bits and pieces, and it was fun to just make it. So the earthyoungame.com site is great. Go and buy it. Go and support them because the cartridge is coming out soon. It is definitely
Funnily
coming
enough,
out for all
I
those
bought it
naysayers who
on
go
Twitch. I bought it on Switch. I've played it once because I'm waiting. I want to play it on, ideally on my Mega Drive.
But it's going to be my
bought
third
it.
purchase when it comes out. I bought it on Switch,
Yeah.
I bought it on PC, and I'll buy it on cartridge again.
I bought it on PS5, I bought it on Switch, and I'll be buying it on cartridge.
I also bought it on PS5. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Crap.
And my usual thing, I will be buying the Japanese version to go with my Japanese Mega Drive collection. No Euro stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
I also got, of course, the Japanese strictly. No, what's it called again? Super Deluxe version of Earthion.
Yeah, the Super Deluxe
That's
stuff's
the
so
beauty.
good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is the European one in the blue or the black cover?
I think nothing about this is decided yet. Is it?
I don't know. I think if it comes out, it will be Clear River Games who are doing it. I think they're part of the same group as Limited Run and Super Deluxe.
Oh, are they?
Vaguely.
Oh.
So yeah. So Clear River will probably be handling it because they're doing the European releases of the PS5 and Switch and stuff.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, these guys also brought AZ, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I had no idea. Okay, nice.
Oh, and I can get the soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah, is that from Black Sheep Records?
I think it's
Black Screen
Black Screen.
Records,
Black Screen. That's it. Yeah. Brave Wave.
right.
Yes. Yeah, the physical handled in Europe by Black Screen Records, by Kevin at Black Screen Records. You've met Kevin, haven't you? Thomas?
Of course. Tremendous guy.
Another German. Yeah.
Yeah, he's German. You two have met.
Yeah, of course. It's like us. We all know the Queen, don't we? Hey.
Yeah, there's just 7 of us. It's easy to meet here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do get that a lot. Whenever you speak to someone, like, so when I meet someone from America and they know someone who's from the same place as me, they'll always say, "Oh, do you know?" I'm like, "There's a good 500,000 people there."
Yeah, but yes, I do know that person.
Yeah.
But
annoyingly,
strangely, I do know them. Yeah.
But it's still rude that you assumed.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well. Like, whenever I've said, when I've worked places. And people go, "Oh, do you know such and such?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "Oh yeah, he works in that industry." I'm like, "Okay, right,
Yeah,
the industry, not the same company where I worked or anything. He's worked in that industry." You're like, "Cool. Here's a video game developer in the video game industry." Yeah, there were a lot of those. There's less now, sadly. But yeah, it's just weird how people do that. They just go straight away, "Oh, do you know such and such?" No. Or when you tell someone that you do like programming and they go, "I've got a problem with my printer." I'm like, "Right."
Can we
Okay.
just fix? No,
Uh,
no, I can't.
Yeah, it's every time whenever I'm at a dinner party or something, someone always says, "Oh yeah, with my printer," or "I have a bit of a slow internet connection," and you're like, "Right, it has nothing to do with what I do at all." But yeah, silly. So
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
that
for people.
probably
It's just computer guy.
yeah, they just think IT, and I'm like, well, no, that's not what I do. But yeah, very annoying. But it's not when I say, "Oh, I do modelling." Acting, they don't ever say, "Oh, do you know Tom Cruise?" or anything. They know I won't
They're
know
like,
him.
honestly, do you? Do you really?
They never ask that. But straight away, as soon as you say that you work, you do programming, they're like, "Do you know how to fix this HP printer?" No, throw it in a bin. It's an HP printer. It's not going to work if it's broken. But yeah. Anyway, we'll knock it on the head for now. Thank you very much for joining me, Jake, Thomas, and Chris.
Thank you.
It's been
Whoa,
fun.
Krakows,
Thank you. It
wow.
was an amazing time.
It was
Yeah, all
really
good
good.
fun. Thank you.
You, guys. And thank you very much for listening. And we will be back in the future. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.